Good evening, channel members. I had to take the time out and make this video because if I just came and talked about it, it would be hard for you guys to even understand, probably, or get a clear visual of what I'm trying to say. We have this guy who took my content and made an entire video of my content. He did not add any value to the content. He did not add any original part to the content. He just used my entire video, my entire audio. It was mind-boggling. So I want to break it down to you because seeing is believing. So you can understand someone who gets on YouTube, call themselves a content creator, but all they do is take other people's video and sit in a corner and tear the material down. So here we go. Let's start. So I'm going to fast forward this part, but it's just really sad to see that this person can get on YouTube to collect a few coin, call themselves a content creator, but actually just use my entire content. I mean, like I said, seeing is believing. I could have sat here and bring it to you guys, but seeing is believing. Like I said, here we go. Let me start him. Pitiful, act pitiful. But let's continue. Let me pause it. Number one, I speak 4 languages fluently. This man can barely speak the only language that he knows, but he's going to make fun of the way I talk. In the Western culture, English comes with plural, other language that I know is masculine and feminine, but people that have a knowledge of language would understand that. So someone like this, you just look at them with pity and feel sorry for them. Here we go. Ignorant, ignorant. And he's absolutely right. I do not need an introduction. You come to my channel, take my content. How do you feel? You have your own page, and you have to use someone else's content that they're coming on your page to check for me. Now, this video of you that I'm making, I'll probably get 1 or 2 views on it because no one's checking for you. But let's go, family. Ignorant, straight ignorant. And yes, I'm doing content. He just takes people video and put it up. But I'm doing content. But let's go. And then if you look at that sheet in the background, that man, that's a sheet he slept in. He didn't have the decency to even wash his face or trim his beard with his $10 headphone and $20 mic. But let's go. See how ignorant he is? Let's pause. Let's pause. He's worrying about my subscriber count. This man number went up. He only has what? 4,800. His number went up after he's been posting Mary Ann videos. You understand, family? After he's been posting videos of me and you go on his page, he's not even getting those number. The videos of me, that's the videos that he gets number. This entire body of work that I've done, he got 2,100. You know why they click? He used my face in the thumbnail. He used my name in his description. So they're checking for me on his page. What an embarrassment. But let's continue. So ignorant. I do have members on my channel. And look, let me pause. When I go and I get an interview, this is someone who's a city official, family. It took me 5 months to book that individual. And once I was penciled in, I continuously call to follow up to make sure I'm not bump off the appointment. When I did that building inspector, it took me 2 months to book that video. I do the footwork, I do the homework, and I bring you guys content with substance. This person just takes my body of work and he sits his little face in the corner. You'll see once my videos start, and then just sit there like an idol, like a big clown, like a big dummy. But let's continue. And you see the disrespect. This man does not have any originality. He couldn't even make content to bring to his audience. He takes my content and did his entire stream on my content, and he disrespected and called it crap. But let's continue. This is a face of a lazy content creator, someone who calls himself a content creator, but cannot even come with any original idea for their audience. But he could grab somebody's video and then tear them down. But let's continue, and let's pause. I'm not watching from the cloud. I don't check for any of them. You understand, family? I do not check. This man, come to my channel, take my entire video, but telling his audience that I'm watching for the cloud. No, I'm your superstar because you go to your channel. you need Mary Ann video to make a cup of change. He probably made $50 off this video of mine, which she contributed no value at all. But let's continue. No, I don't pay attention to loser, and that's what he does, steal my video. Yes, hit the subscribe button so you could come to my channel to see people that I steal video, and then I make content off. But let's go. And then, this is the sad part. I know Umar in real life. I've met and dealt with Umar. These people have never met Umar, don't even know Umar. You understand? But he takes stuff and repeats. But let's continue. Look at that, begging for money, begging for money. Join his channel. He brings nothing original. What a clown. Begging, begging. And then, if I can bring this man to you, I could guarantee you this man is unemployed. I can guarantee you is either he lived with his mother or he lives under a woman. You understand? And this man sits here and to collect a few coin on YouTube can't even come with his original material, but he has to take somebody else's material. But let's go. This is the deputy, Daniel Walker, deputy of Wilmington, Delaware. It took me 5 months to get this interview, and he sits here and he takes my material and didn't add value to it, but criticize and tear down. But let's go. And this is sad to bring you his educational background, to bring you this man who has accomplished so much that looks like us, that landed this position. But someone that low and that ignorant couldn't understand that. But let's continue. Again, Urban Corner, another segment on my channel, Urban Segment. Again, he takes my material and add no value, no original, but criticize. And then there's one thing to make positive criticism, but it's another to tear work that someone has taken their time, done the research, you understand? And to bring good, meaty content. But yet he sits in a little corner, takes my entire body of work, and then he criticizes it, tearing it down. And you hear how ignorant that is. I don't have to get into anybody's sector, you understand? I made a complete movie with Umar Johnson. I am part of the conscious community that Umar Johnson belongs to. I know Umar Johnson. I've had contact with Umar Johnson. And I know I could be in any room Umar Johnson is if I know where he's having lecture, because I get the schedule from the conscious community. But, you know, you can't argue with ignorant people. This man never met Umar Johnson, but he's trying to tell you. But let's continue. This is my video. I want to show you guys something. You see that? You see that egghead? I eat brown egg. You see that. You see that. I can't even make this up. I can't even make this up. And look at his lip. Crusty. At this point, he need at least 4 to 6 coat of Vaseline on his lip. My video, my entire video. So he thinks, let me pause this. He thinks he could slap fair use across my video. He used the entire video, my entire soundtrack. He used it and he put fair use and he think it's okay. That is not how you use fair use. What he's doing is against YouTube violation. But let me show you. I can show you guys better than I can tell you. Let's see what this egghead has to say. Let's go. You see this? You see this? He used my entire content and he's gonna to slap fair use. So now he thinks, oh, I put fair use, it's okay. So that way I can use her entire content. And then this is not how you transform video. Just slapping fair use. What a loser. Let me lower my voice in the background. You guys wanna see this video? You guys can come to my channel. And then the sad part is, he played my entire video and he sits there. He sits there and then he pauses and then he'll repeat what he's getting from the video. That's the sad part. Look at this man head and look at this little egg. I couldn't even make this up. You see that? I couldn't even make this up. This man looked like he didn't even wash his face, like he rolled out of bed, took no time for presentation. He looked like he slept in the shirt. Look at the collar of that shirt. You understand? But he wants to get on here and degrade me. You understand? Look at his lip. I can't even make this up. Look at his lip. You see? You see, I speak 4 languages. I speak 4 languages, but he wants to make fun of the way I speak. You understand? And listen, I've been to 6 countries We have 50 states in the United States. I've been to 17, have a U.S. passport. Y'all think this man got a U.S. passport? No, I don't think so. Look at this. He just sits there stealing people's information and then distort the information that is giving. Look at him. He just sits there, has nothing of value to add to the video. And he brings this video because on the February 14th, Umar Johnson's told us on the 16th he was going to go request for a walk-through to get his occupancy certificate. You know, so I do the homework, I do the footwork, and then he just takes the entire video, and then he gives you, and then he sits in the corner. Look at that being a clown. Look at that. What does Michelle Obama say? When they go low, you go high. Look at him. What a sad, sad, sad man. He made an entire video off somebody else's content. How do you call yourself being creative? See my video, and you know what? I can talk for an hour. I can talk for 30 minutes and make an entire video and get hit on it. But this man couldn't give you 10 minutes of what I gave you guys. He couldn't give you 10 minutes. You understand, family? He couldn't give 10 minutes. It's very sad to see someone get on YouTube, call their L a content creator, but can't even give you content, my video. And then the entire time I'm talking, most of the time he sits in this corner. Look at this, trying to make fun. Y'all think this man has a passport? This man probably never left his neighborhood, let alone visit another state. Look at his lip. I can't even make this up. Look at his lip. You see them crusty lip? If you kiss someone like that, I reassure you, you'll get cut. You will get cut from his lip. Do you see his lip? You see how crusty and dry? And look at this little egg by his head. Look at this, an egghead. Look, he's licking it. He's sucking in his lip. That's not gonna help you. You need Vaseline, sir. You need Vaseline. Let's put that egg. You see that egghead? You see that egghead? I can't even make this up at all. I can't even make this up. Look, he's still sitting there. He's sitting there, and then if he would have took the video and then would have constructive comment, would add value to the video. That's not what he did. He didn't add value to the video. You just sit there and criticize and tear the video down where time and effort was put in that video. Isn't that sad? How do you call yourself a content creator? This man's a loser, unemployed bum on YouTube. Here we go. Let me pause. Now, I want you guys to know that I've gone and contacted people, that their job, they get paid. I did the research and I bring the information, and he sits down, take my video, play the entire thing for himself. And he was gonna ask me, how do I know, because I did the footwork, because I did the homework, okay? Disrespectful. He's asking me if I called and checked, but I brought you a whole deputy. I brought you the building inspector. Do you see what I'm talking about? And he's saying, I'm ninja watching. Can you see that? I'm reaching out. I'm bringing people of substance. Now he said, I'm ninja watching. Can you believe these are people that their job they get paid for, and this man told me that I'm ninja watching? This is where I got the information. So the deputy chief of Wilmington that I brought holds no value. This man's getting paid. So he didn't know what he was talking about. That inspector, he didn't know what he was talking about. These are people who are legit. But, let's continue. Like I said, I had to bring it for you to meet. Disrespectful. Look at his dry, crusty lip. And look, got that head. Look at that egg head. Same shape with the egg. I can't even make this up. Look at that. I speak 4 languages, and he's trying to make fun of the way I talk. Isn't that sad? This man has nothing going on in his life. Absolutely nothing. He probably lives with a woman or live with his mom. This is an unemployed person. And I can reassure you, this man probably never even feel income tax. Now look at that. He's just sitting there. Now it's my video. He's making content off my video. Ever since I started this stream, I've been talking. Look at him. He has nothing to add, no value. But he sits there, and then he'll pause the video, and then he's going to repeat what I say. Look at him. Look at this fool. Look at this ignorant man. It's sad. Oh, I had. Look at that. Look at that. And check this out. He pauses and he brains what I repeat. He repeats what I repeat. And look, he put fair use. He thinks by putting fair use, he's doing something. This man did no research, no footwork. Just take someone hard work after they put an effort in making a content, and he sits in the box in a corner, and then he tears it down. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking. I'm his superstar. I'm his superstar because this man stay on my channel. He takes my video, and then he sits in the corner, and then he tears my work down. When you go to his channel, all Mary Ann videos get hit. They come to his channel, checking for me. You should be embarrassed, sir. You should be embarrassed. They come to your channel, they're checking for me. Look at this, unkept, ungroomed. Look at him, he's laughing. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. Look at this egg and look at this man's head. Look at this brown egg and look at this man's head. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. Look at that same shape. Y'all see that? Y'all see that egg shape? Aw, terrible, terrible. What a loser, what a bum. Here we go. And I said that in my video. He's repeating. He's repeating, he's just repeating. He's simply repeating what was just said on the video. What? This is so sad. And this person called himself a content creator. This is the prime example of a lazy content creator. I'm not going to put any effort, but I'm going to take your content, post it up, speak some trash, and then make a quick $50 or $40. See how sad? See how sad to me, pathetic. Seeing is believing. Look how dry those lips are. I can't even make this up. I can't even make this up. Look at that egghead. No vocabulary. This man has no vocabulary. Repeating. He's simply repeating. He's not saying or doing anything, family. You need Mary Ann. You need Mary Ann because your channel's been growing with Mary Ann videos. I'm your superstar. Look at that. He slapped fair use. He think he's doing something. Look at that. He's just sitting there. He sits in the corner while I'm talking. Look at that. I speak 4 languages and he's trying to put me down. This man probably never left his city or visit nearby, neighboring city. You understand? I've been to 17 states. So he's trying to show you that. So he's trying to show proof that you're not saying anything. We all know he went to the country of Ghana. Of course, you all know he went to the country of Ghana. But a lot of you did not know he built a luxury home in Ghana. You understand? I did the footwork. I got the receipt. But let's go. Let's hear this clown talk. Repeating. Repeating. He's simply repeating. Look at that. I'm talking, and he's just sitting there, and then he's going to vomit what I say. What a disgrace of a human being. Look at those lip. Look at those dry, crusty lip. He's licking them. He's licking them. You need Vaseline. You need at least 6 coats of Vaseline on those lip. He can't even do proper grooming before getting on camera. With that egghead, I wouldn't even show my face. I wouldn't even show my face. Look at him. That's an egg-shaped head. That's why I got the little egg. I couldn't even make this up. Look at this man's shape. Wait till he turned his head. And look at this little egg. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this little egg and look at his head. Unbelievable. I couldn't even make this up. I couldn't even make this up. Seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. Look at that. He's just sitting there idle. Idle like those doors. They ain't even going on upstairs. Just sitting there idle. Again. And then that's all he has. Occupancy of certificate, letter S, and that's all he had. But I speak 4 languages fluid, you see, but when they see that you're flying like an eagle, they're going to have to tear you down. It makes them feel better about themselves. Look at that. Look at that. Again, pulling another body of work. Urban Corner. Another project that I put on my page. Unbelievable. No or read nothing original from this man. Absolutely zilch. This is really sad. What a loser. I want you guys to see the face of someone who thinks they're doing something but not doing anything. That's a shame. Look at him, just sitting there. soaking up the information, and then he's going to pause the video and vomit what he got off the video. And let me pause this. It took me 2 months to get this public official to come to enlighten my audience. But look how destructive this man's going to be. See, I showing you is believing. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the hatred on his face. You see the hatred? You see that hating? You see that jealousy? Look at his face. Look at it. He's still licking the crusty lip. You need petroleum gel. You need some Vaseline. Licking it not enough. Repeating information, and he's repeating information. He's not adding anything to this video. He lets me talk about, take the information that I gathered, and he vomits it back to you. So once you subscribe to someone like that, I'm going to steal somebody's content. I'm going to bring it and vomit it to you. Look at him. And then he wants to make fun of the way I talk. Listen, when I talk, I don't even give slideshow. I don't do all of that. 32,000, 12,000, they sit 30 minute. This man couldn't give you 20-minute conversation. He is not capable of doing it. See, when they can't do what you do, they tear you down, they hate. This is the face of a hater. Let me put that little egg next to, let me put that little egg. Y'all see this? I can't even make this up. Y'all see that little egg, narrow at the bottom and wide on top. This man got an egg head. You see this? Look at this. Look at this. He's still licking them dry lip. He needs some Vaseline. I wonder if he did any oral care this morning. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. This is an embarrassment. Look at that. You see, that's the level. That's the level that you're dealing with. That's the level. Can't see me or be me. That's that level. You understand? It eats. It eats at his core. I'm a hate. I can't see or be you, but I'm a hate and I'm gonna tear you down. Look at that. He's still on this. Go get a passport. Broaden your horizon. Go get a passport. Broaden your horizon. Pathetic, pathetic, pathetic. He probably never had a Greyhound bus ticket. Pathetic. This is a sad case of a human being, but you know what? I had to bring it so you could see. No, you don't know anything. Look at that. No vocabulary. This man probably don't even have high school diploma. Look at that. Misinformation. 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 I met Umar. You see, that's why y'all gotta be mindful whose channel you go to. Misinformation, misleading people. Join. $2 bum. Join. This man's a $2 bum, and you'll see why I call him a $2 bum. You know what? It's really sad, really, really sad that we could get to this level. You know what? It's easy to make a content, fix breakfast, do a food like, hey, this is what I'm having for breakfast. And then you do that content. Or you have a pet, discuss, find something that you know something about, and then you discuss it. But to sit there and take somebody complete content, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Look at that. He's just sitting there in the corner. That's what he does. That's his, now he's asking people to hit the like button. That's his style of content. He did his entire live. This man did an entire live with my content. That is sad and pathetic. An entire live. And he sat there 80% of the time, the 20% where he spoke, he's vomiting what information he's getting from the video. That's the sad part. My video. This how bad it is. I got to show example you. My video, this is my body of work. And he slapped fair use. He think he's doing something. Listen, come to Mary Ann Lorient channel. Come for the content and stay for the information. Come for the content and stay for the information. Look at him. Look at him. Egghead. That's sad. That is sad. Look at him. Nothing. There's probably nothing going upstairs. Cricket. 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 I'm telling you, a woman is either putting him up or he lived with his mother. This man doesn't even have a place of his own. This man is unemployed. And then I could guarantee you this man probably hasn't filled income tax for at least 6 to 8 years. Look at that. Repeating what I just said. This is mind-boggling. Repeating. No vocabulary. Look at that. Repeating. He's just simply repeating. No. Original. Nothing original. Look at that. Let me pause. Let me pause. When we could no longer find words in our vocabulary, we're going to resort to the foul language. You see, this is the level. This is now. Why do you guys think I ignore? Why do you guys think I don't engage? You know, 'cause engaging with a fool like that, I'm coming down to this level. You see what I mean? You see what I mean, family? Using my video. Look, something that I said in the video, he's repeating it. Look, not saying anything, family. Not saying anything. This is sad. This is sad. If you're going to be a content creator, be original. Create content for your audience. Don't take people's content. You sit there like an idol. You understand? And then repeat what the content creators information, and then take some pride in your appearance. Wash your face before you get on camera. Don't get on. Look at, he's still licking them lip. You need Vaseline. This man's lip is so dry, it's terrible, it's like peeling off. You need some Vaseline. Okay, look at that. Look at his lip, look at his lip. I don't know if you guys are seeing that those big white thing on his lip, that's the skin, dead skin. And then don't get on camera with the t-shirt that you slept. Don't take the sheet that you slept and put in the background. Nothing going on. Nothing going on over here. Y'all see that? Nothing. Absolutely zilch. Ain't talking about nothing. And going through a video that I posted. Nothing. Look at this. Listen. I'm not even trying to be funny. Look at this. Look at this egg and look at this man's head. I'm not even trying to be funny. Egghead. I'm not even trying to be funny. You look at him, you're thinking about breakfast. Look at this man's head, like a big brown egg, like an alien. You know those alien, in those alien movie, big head and the little chin, all that's it right there. They had to pick on him when he was a kid. There's no way. Look, he just sits there. How do you think you're doing something? Why do you think you're doing something? Why don't you make a video off of this video? Let's see him make a video off this video. Look at him. He looks confused, family. Look at the hatred on his face. He looks confused. See, this person is not capable of making his own material. Something I'm talking about. Something, a point that I already make, and he repeats it and he slap fair use. Use my entire content. This is not how you're supposed to do it on Facebook. You take 10%, you could take 5%, and when you use the person material, you're making a legal, you're making a valid point. This man used my entire video and he frees it, thinking it's fair use. Use my entire audio. He used my entire audio without remix, without anything. Can you believe that? But I take action. I'm the bad guy. Look at him. What a loser. Look, he's just sitting there. 80% of the time, he's just sitting there. And the 20% that he does engage with the audience, he's vomiting what is being taught, said on the video. Now, if I got on here and said it, y'all wouldn't believe me. I had to literally, his entire live is on Mary Ann's video. His entire live. I'm showing you is believing. Look at him. You wonder if anything's going on upstairs. Cricket. Look at him. I want y'all to look. This is the face of a loser. Look at him sniffing. Look at him. He must be sniffing something. What's going on here? Look at him. Oh, what a miserable looking man. Egg. Tell me that you're not thinking of breakfast when you look at this man's head. Look at that egg head. That side profile, you can still see that egg shape, but when he looks straight forward, whoa. When he give you another straight forward, I'm going to put the egg up. Y'all think I'm lying. Look at that, can barely talk. So he's saying that. Let me tell you why he's saying what he's saying right now. The point that I was making in my video, how on earth did he collect all this money? How on earth did he collect all this money and not buy school desk, giving these kids hand-me-down desks? Go to my, check out the video and you'll see the full content of what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about. The source, hand-me-down desk, the point exactly that I'm making. But he wants to distort what I'm saying. That's a $20 mic. I'm going to do a video on that same exact mic and his $10 headphone. And that sheet in the background, that's the sheet that man slept in. That's the sheet the man slept in. And then that T-shirt, look at that. Look at the collar of the T-shirt, all worn out. Doesn't even make effort for presentation. Trim that beard. Look at him. What an embarrassment. Unemployed bum. Look at this, unemployed bum. And my thing is, why hate another? Why hate another? You a grown man, do better. You ain't gotta hate on me, do better. You know, you a man, get 2 jobs, you can do better, but you rather sit in a corner and hate. That's pitiful, that's pitiful. And you living with a woman. What is it, a woman you're laying with or your mama? Because we know you don't have your own place, we know you're unemployed. Here we go, here we go. Yes, you're a hater, you are a hater. Yes, I do. You my #1 hater. I'm your superstar, period, point blank. You check for me. You come on my channel and take my material. You check for me. Listen, I never heard of him. Somebody sent me this video, and then when I checked on this page, Mary Ann Video. Mary Ann Video. You're making money off of me. I'm your superstar. Respect. Put some respect on my name, you egghead. Oh my good. Let me put the egg while he's in this position. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? You see this? You see this, egghead? I couldn't even make this up. Seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. Look at this egghead. What a disgrace of a human being. Look at that. He probably didn't bathe. He's itching now. Thank God we don't have any smell scent when it comes to YouTube. Yes, the other boot is up your buted. Exactly. I'm surprised he know what butt it is. I didn't think his Volk he understood a word like that. Look at him, he's amused. Exactly. You're my hater. Exactly. You a hater. Now you see, I couldn't make this up. I listen, I couldn't make this up. Why? You a grown man. You're a grown man. If you want to do better, get a cup of job. You're a man. A man is supposed to be a provider. You understand? I don't understand. You're going to sit here and hate on me. Why? For what? And then, I don't mind. If you use my material to make a point, you're not making a point. You use my entire content. You're being disrespectful, and you don't add any value to the content. Look at that. Mary Ann Lorient, he used my entire video, and he sits there in the corner. My entire video. Seeing is believing. He's amused by that. You know, there's not much brain power. So, yeah, that's going to amuse him. Here we go. Look, I speak 4 languages fluently. Look at that. And, you know, anyone who understands the complex of language, anyone who is culturally diverse wouldn't even make fun of someone who speak different language. Look at it. That's all he got. That's all the hater got. That's all he got. Did I hit mute? I apologize. That's all he got. Okay. That's all they got. Look at this, sitting in the corner, 20%. When he get a chance to open his mouth, he's just repeating what I said. And then look, ever since I started this video, what have I been talking to you guys, right? Been engaging with the audience. This man can't do that. He can't give you 20 minutes of what I could give you for an hour or 30 minutes. Look, that's a fact. Make a video of that. Make a video of you stealing my content. Do that. You bum. You're eating off of Mary Ann. Fact. Look at him. What a loser. How does that woman tolerate him kissing him? He must live with his mama. Ain't no woman. I don't care how low. Ain't no woman. Look at that. You thinking of breakfast when you see this man tell and then take pride in your appearance before you get on camera? Here we go. Let's see what the clown has to say. Vomiting what I just said. Just repeating. Look at that. Ignorant. But you know what? When I do the Ghana video, he is going to be the first. I guarantee you, family, he will be the first to do a reaction video on that video. Guarantee. I guarantee you, when I do that Ghana trip, to show you Umar's luxury home in Ghana. he will be the first to do a reaction video. Guarantee. Join my channel membership. I steal people's content and bring it to you. Look at that. That's all he got. Mary Ann content. Mary Ann content. And then he slapped fair use on it thinking he doing something. This is the face of a loser. This is not what you do when you become a content creator. This is a prime example that you don't take people's stuff and then call it content and you're not contributing. No, nothing original. This man brought nothing original added to this. He just sat there in the corner. 80% of the time, he's sitting there with cricket in his head. Cricket, cricket, cricket. Look at him. He looks spaced out. Mary Ann, unbelievable. He used the entire stuff. And then the reason I cover his entire content to show you guys. Seeing is believing. Look at him. Look at him. Look at his face. Look at this. That's the face of a loser. Look at this. What a clown. Look at him. Look at him. Big old dummy. Look at him. Just sit there. Cricket, cricket, cricket. Look at him. How do you do that? Like, this is mind-boggling. How do you do that? How do you take somebody complete, and then he'll freeze it? He freeze it. He used the entire audio. He changed nothing about the audio. So he'll freeze, and then he'll start it up. And when I'm moving, he put fair use. I said that the minute I got on YouTube 6 months ago. So he's trying to debunk everything she said has already been said. But this man can't even do his own research. Using my content and then trying to this. Ain't that something? Using my content and trying to diss. Look at that egghead. Repeating what I said. Repeating. You know what I said? You know what I said? He's repeating what I just said. And then, and this he's talking about, put me at the top. This is not a competition. I do the footwork. I do the homework. Do your work. Be your own person. I'm not competing with anyone, sir. Not you or anyone else. You loser. And take some pride in your appearance before you get on this YouTube. Look at that shirt. Look at that collar. Look at that shirt collar. Look at it. Put a little Vaseline on your lip before you get on here. This man lip is so dry and crusty. Look at that skin. The skin is coming off. Look at the flake on his lip. That is sad. That is sad. If I zoom in, it becomes blurry. Just so y'all can see this man's crusty lip. Crusty lip. Look at him. Look at him. Just sits there. He did an entire live for an hour using my material. He used all of my material, and when I'm talking, he put fair use, and then he'll pause it, but he used the entire audio without changing. Look at him. Look at him. I want you to see the face of a loser. It's mind-boggling. And then, if you're going to repeat something, get the vocabulary to repeat it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Just repeat. Look at that. No vocabulary. Blah, blah, blah. An hour in. And this man added nothing new. And look, he got $2. $2 super chat, a whole hour. This entire live, I'm not even making this up. That's why I'm playing. I'm recording the entire live, this entire live. He got $2 for his entire live. This man was about an hour and 20 minutes. I think that's how long my video is. $2 the entire time. I couldn't even make this up. I couldn't even make this up. $2. You're a $2 bum, sir. You're a $2 bum. Egghead, $2 bum. Look at that. You think of breakfast when you see that man's head. Brown egg, $2 bum. He's taking poll. An hour and 20 minutes. Use my entire content and you got $2. And he's happy. Go get you some. Well, you know what? I wouldn't even say go get some chapstick. You need Vaseline. And you need a good 4 to 6 coal because that lip is in bad shape. Bad shape. Put that little egg up here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You can't even make this up. Look at this. Look at this. You can't even make this up. Fit perfectly. You can't even make this up. We doing this live, no vocabulary, $20 mic, $10 headphone. I'm going to do a video shopping spree and then to show you same exact headphone. And I already, listen, y'all know I'm a busybody, right? Bum, that's a $2 bum right here. Expose the bum and it's sad. It's really sad. Like, You think by tearing someone down makes you a better person. Like, look at S. That's what I tell y'all. S and I speak 4 languages, flew fluently. Okay, this man probably never got on a Greyhound bus, let alone a plane. I guarantee, let me guess, he said he's blessed for $2. Y'all blessed with $2. The entire live he got $2. That's all he got. Wow, what a loser. Don't leave me yet. Don't leave yet. Look at that. He's trying to find a little through with a $2 clapping. $2, $2. This what he was looking for. He said he just wanted $2. No vocabulary. Mary Ann video. Mary Ann video. Look at that. He's begging for money now. The $2 bum is begging for money. His mama probably don't give him an allowance. This man is unemployed and he collects a few coins on YouTube. I see when Umar said struggle streamer. At first I didn't understand why that's so disrespectful. Look at that. Them crusty lip. Look at that. Look at that. He just wiped some of that white stuff that was on his lip. The skin, dry skin. Whoo, disgusting. Drink some water, don't drink water, don't drink water, don't drink no water. That's why he's left so dry. Listen, trying to make fun of me. On this level, you could trying to make fun of somebody. How? You unemployed bum, $2 bum, you want to make fun of somebody. Look at that belching, unhinged. Look at that, on camera. Look at him, unhinged. Look at that. Just sit there the entire time. Seeing is believing. Look at that. Just look at that. So he has to repeat what he's capable of comprehending. So he's like, well, I can't say all that. I'm gonna wait till she get to something easy, then I'll talk. Look at him. He's struggling. Look at that lip. You need some Vaseline? You're struggling. Because you know he can't see me or be me, not even on my level. Here we go. This part is easy for him. He's going to vomit this part. He understand this part. He understand the bucket part. Yeah. What I tell you? Yeah. That part he could repeat back to you. Yeah. You know, he's playing the whole video, but he got to take a little section, what I can break down. Not everything she's saying I can break down. Because you know this man ain't on my level, right? Look at that egg shape. Look at that egg shape. Look at that. I'm not even trying to be funny. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect fit. Yo, look. Stop. Don't play with me, fam. Don't play with me. Look at that. Look at that. You can't make this up. Look at that. You can't not make this up. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Wow. You know what? I know Umar Johnson, but you're checking for me. You're on my page. You're taking my content in order to make a cup of change. I'm your superstar. I'm your superstar. We go to your page. The video that you're getting hit, or Mary Ann's video, point blank, period. The proof is in the pudding. You're a $2 bum, sir. Look at him. Look at him. My entire. An hour and 20 minutes. He used my entire content. If I would have came and told you guys, y'all would think I'm exaggerating. Showing is believing, and he just sits there. How? I want you guys to search in your inner self. How is someone taking someone's material, calling this his creativity? I think you're insulting your channel member. Here we go. Can you believe? Can you believe someone on this level? This unemployed bum is criticizing me? Dry, crusty lip is criticizing me? Look at it. Them lip are so dry. He keeps moisturizing it with spit. When he doesn't understand, he needs some petroleum gel to smooth out that lip. Brush your teeth while you're at it. And then you see what I'm giving you guys? Free flow. I did the homework. I did the research. Free flow. I spoke for an hour and 20 minute free flow with organized thought. You think this man can do that? He can't give you 15 minutes. Look at that. She's saying too much. I can't comment on all that. Let me wait. Let me wait for something. Look at that. Beating his, let me wait. Look at that. That's all he had. But I speak 4 languages fluently. That's all he had. Y'all see the point I'm making? That's all he had. That's all he has. It's very sad. This man probably never left his neighborhood. This man probably never went to a neighborly city. You understand? Here we go. Look at him. I told y'all, he can't keep up with what I'm saying. he has to wait for a little section. That's what 80%, he sits there, and the next 20, he tears down the occupancy certificate. He got S and occupancy certificate. That's all he had for an hour and 20 minutes. Those are the 3 criticisms he could find. Look at him. Look at that clown. $2 bum. Look at him. He's a little egghead. Look at him. That's sad. You know what? I look at him with pity. I look at him with pity. What a sad case. Look at him. Unhinged. At least take pride in your appearance before you get on camera. Look at that t-shirt. Y'all see that color? Here he go. No, it cut off when I'm done. You understand? It cuts off when I'm done. What? You wanted it to go longer. You wanted to make more than $50. You think I'm going to sit and just make videos for you? No, the video's for my channel member. But seeing is believing. He used my entire video and said nothing. Look at that. He's disappointed. He's disappointed. He's disappointed. Look at that. Vomiting. What I said, the part that he could remember. That was easy for him. The bucket part. I spoke for an hour and 20 minutes. That's his summary. This how ignorant this man is. Yeah, he can't wait. I'm his superstar. You make money when I do a video. Make a video for this. You $2 bum. Look at that. Look at that. What value is this man bringing talking about another content creator? He stays on my bra strap. At this point, this is what I suggest that you done. Let me mute him because I heard enough. At this point, what he needs to do is shave down there, cut off his shaft, and split his ball and put on a dress. Look at this loser. This is the face of a loser. This is a face of a $2 bum. This is a man that either lives with his mother or lives under a woman. This man is unemployed. And this man doesn't even wash his face before coming on board. Look at that headphone. This is a $10 headphone from Walmart. And this is a $20 mic. You understand? And look at the collar of his shirt. He looked like he rolled out of bed and got on camera. Look at the shine on this man's face. And that sheet in the back, that's that sheet. He's gonna turn around and roll up and go to sleep. A perfect example of a lazy content creator. I had to bring it. Seeing is believing. Thank you, everybody, for coming and watching this. Please hit the like button, and please, if this is your first time, subscribe, invite a friend, and if you want to get on YouTube, you can get on YouTube. But use your creativity. Be original. Don't take someone's content and then bring it as your own. And then if you're going to use to make a point, use 10-15. But you can't take somebody's entire content and then you want to tear them down. That's what we call a hater. This is my hater. I'm his superstar. What a bum. Thank you, everybody. Good night.